Greetings and welcome to OroCommerce's video tutorial series. This is Rhonda with Oro Inc., and today we'll be demonstrating how to use product assignment rules and price calculation rules within OroCommerce. In OroCommerce, product assignment rules and price calculation rules are used to filter a group of products and calculate new price values. When using product assignment rules, you can filter products into a new price list, and with price calculation rules, you can specify conditions and expressions to calculate new price values and apply them to your filtered list of products. An example would be that a seller could create a new price list using the base pricing from the default catalog and further reduce the prices of those items by 25% for Black Friday weekend. In part 1 of this video tutorial, we learned how to create and manage price lists, including creating a price list, scheduling a price list, adding products, creating tiered pricing, and editing, deleting, activating, and deactivating price lists. In this demonstration, we'll show you how to use product assignment rules and price calculation rules. For our example, we're going to create a price list from scratch and use product assignment rules to pull in products that match a particular SKU number. Then we'll use this group of items as a base for all of our examples. We'll show you how to use price calculations to modify the existing prices displayed for customers. Additionally, we'll demonstrate how to use price calculation rules on other base price attributes such as MSRP or map value. Keep in mind, sellers must assign the price list to a customer account before prices can be displayed for that customer. To learn more about creating and managing price lists, please see our related video in the media library. We'll start by creating a new price list. Navigate to the Sales menu and use the drop-down to select Price Lists. Click the Create Price List button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Give the price list a meaningful name. This is the name used to refer to the price list throughout the system. For our example, I'll call this a tag sale, as we'll be doing product assignment for tags and price calculation rules to change the price of the tags. Under the Currencies section, select the type of currency. You can select multiple currencies by holding down the Control key and using your mouse to click multiple options. Keep in mind that when you're configuring price lists, there will be a drop-down option for the type of currency selected in this step. As a prerequisite, you must have enabled the necessary currencies in the system. You can find this under System Configuration. For more information, please see our documentation in the OroCommerce documentation library. This option is available for enterprise customers only. By default, your new price list will be set to active, but you can change this setting by unchecking the active checkbox. Under the Schedule section, select the schedule for this price list. If this price list is for a special sale or a promotion that is occurring at a specific date and time, you can set the schedule by selecting the beginning date and end date for when you want the prices to be displayed for the customer. For example, if you were having a promotion for a Black Friday weekend sale, you could set the schedule to only display the price list to customers on Black Friday weekend. If there's no schedule assigned, the price list is available immediately. For our example, our tags are going to be on sale for the entire month of November. Click on the Product Assignment link. Here is where you can create an expression in order to define which products in the price list would be subject to these price calculation rules. For our example, we'll be filtering a list of medical tag products, which are going to be discounted for the entire month of November. You can manually type in an expression, or you can use the drop-down autocomplete functionality to help guide you. To use this functionality, click in the Rules box. A drop-down displays at the bottom left-hand corner of the dialog, giving you the option to select products or a price list. Selecting products, and then a product property, for example, product featured, means that you filter only the products where the property is true. To build a more advanced expression on top of the product properties, you can use operators, numeric, Boolean, and string values. For example, you could take the featured product flag and the new arrivals flag and generate prices only for products that have both flags. Selecting price list and then following it by assigned products means that you filter only on products whose price is in the same currency from the selected price list. For example, if you filtered for a product using US dollar as your currency, but the product is actually listed in another currency such as pounds, that item will not be returned on your filtered list. Remember to keep your base price list up to date and complete. If prices are missing in the base price, the product won't be returned, displayed, or calculated in this price list. For our example, we'll select Product. Immediately after selecting Product, a drop-down list displays for you to select a field that you want to filter on. Since we're filtering for products with the particular characters in the SKU, we'll select SKU. You can also begin by typing the first few characters of the field into the rules box in order to narrow down your options. Once you add SKU, another drop-down displays requesting for you to choose an operator. Since we want part of our SKU to be a match, we'll use the word matches as the operator. Now we have to type in characters that we want the SKU to match. You can enter search criteria between apostrophes. For our example, we'll use the word tag with a percentage symbol. The word tag is used for the match, and the percentage symbol indicates a wildcard, which means any characters after the word tag is acceptable, as long as the beginning of the word matches tag. For example, tag 1 would be acceptable, but 222 tag would not. You can add more than one expression by using and or to group the conditions if desired. Our request now creates a price list of all items which have a SKU number that begin with the letters TAG. Click on Price Calculation Rules. We can use this option to calculate what the price of our medical tag items will be. For our first example, we'll set the price to display exactly as it's configured in the default price list, and then show you how it displays on the details page. To add a price calculation rule, click the plus add button. In the price per quantity, we'll put 1 because our tags are sold individually. In the unit type, use the drop-down to select an option. For our example, I'll select item because our tags are sold by item. The price list will only list prices which are in the specified unit. For example, our tags are sold as items. If we were to request each as a unit of measure, our tags wouldn't be returned or displayed. Select a currency type. Only currencies which have been configured in the system are displayed. Keep in mind that prices are only calculated based on the prices in the same currency as specified in the price calculation rules. For example, if you're requesting a product in USD currency, but the actual price for the item is in a different currency, the product will not be listed or calculated. To learn more about configuring currencies, please see the documentation in the OroCommerce documentation library. Under Calculate As, use an expression to calculate your prices. You can manually type in calculations or use the drop-down on the lower left of the box to help guide you. For our first example, we want these prices to be displayed exactly as the prices are displayed on the default price list. So use the drop-down to select Product or Price List. For our example, we'll select Price List. Once you select Price List, a drop-down displays under the Calculate As box requesting you to choose a price list. For our example, we'll choose the default price list. After selecting Price List, the guided autocomplete functionality displays the only option for the price list, which is prices. This means we want to use the values from the default price list in order to calculate our new prices for this list. Once again, the guided drop-down displays additional options for value or quantity. For our example, we'll select Value. This means we want to calculate a new value for the prices displayed from our filtered request for tags. At this point, our price calculation without a mathematical operator or further conditions displays the price list exactly as it is, with the values from the default price list. The Conditions box allows you to create conditions based off the prices listed in your new price list. For example, you could create an expression, which means you only want to display and make price calculation changes for items which are under a certain value. We'll demonstrate this later on in the tutorial. In the Priority field, indicate the priority of this price calculation rule. You can add more than one price calculation rule by clicking the plus Add button. The priority indicates the order in which the price calculations are applied. A priority of 1 would mean that this is the highest priority calculation rule. For our example, we'll put 1. Now we're going to stop for a minute to save this new price list to show you how the prices are displayed. Click the Save and Close button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And click on Product Prices. As you can see, we have 6 medical tags listed. Because we've not added any additional conditions to our expressions, they are listed as is with the prices from the default price list. We're now going to demonstrate how to make several changes to the price list, so we'll be focusing on the $60 titanium medical tag. Click the Edit button. Click on Price Calculation Rules. Now we're going to continue making changes to the price list using the Calculate As field by using math. For example, if you added an asterisk 1 to the formula, you would be multiplying the current price by 1, which is the current value, or 100% of the price from the chosen price list. Click the Save and Close button. And click on the Product Prices link. Once again, multiplying the value by 1 returns the same price. As you can see, the price for our titanium tag has not changed. Click the Edit button and click on Price Calculation Rules. Now we're going to inflate the price by 10%. In the Price Calculation Rules, change the 1 to 1.1 to indicate 100% of the price plus 10%. You can change it to 1.2 to indicate 20% or 1.25 to indicate 25%. Click the Save and Close button. And click on the Product Prices link. As you can see, our product prices have been inflated by 10%. Specifically, the titanium tag price has changed from $60 to $66. Click on the Edit button and click on Price Calculation Rules. Now we're going to reduce the base price by 10%. Replace the 1.1 with 0.90. This means we're requesting only 90% of the price, effectively giving the customer a 10% discount. Click the Save and Close button and click on Product Prices. As you can see, our prices have now been reduced by 10%. Specifically, our titanium tag has been reduced to $54. Click the Edit button and click on Price Calculation Rules. You can also set a direct price for products. For example, we're having a $10 sale and all of our products will only cost $10. Replace the value to multiply by 0 and then add 10. This means we're multiplying the value times 0 to zero out the price. Then we'll add the $10 to it to set all the prices to $10. Click the Save and Close button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And click on Product Prices. As you can see, all of our prices have now been set to $10. Now we'll go back to one of our previous expressions, which inflates the price by 10%, and then we'll add a condition to only list prices which are under $100. Click the Edit button and click on Price Calculation Rules. In the Conditions field, specify a condition for this price list. For our example, our seller wants to discount the more inexpensive tags for his sale, but he doesn't want to discount the more expensive tags, which are $100 and above. As you can see from our product list, we have 2 products which are $100 and above. You can enter a condition manually or use the drop-down autocomplete functionality to guide you as previously demonstrated. This condition tells Oro to only list prices if they're under $100. Click the Save and Close button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Click the Product Prices link. As you can see, only 4 remaining tags are displayed which have a value of under $100. Our gold and diamond medical tags were not returned because the value was $100 or above. There are an unlimited amount of ways you can calculate prices. Now we'll demonstrate how to calculate values off a different price attribute. For example, we'll be calculating new price values off of the MSRP price. The MSRP price is the manufacturer's suggested retail price or the sticker price. Sellers may offer you a discount off the MSRP or inflate the price from the MSRP by a certain percentage for a better profit. For our example, our seller typically inflates the price of his products higher than the MSRP for his default price list. For this example, we'll take the price of the MSRP and we'll double it, inflating all the tag prices. If you remember earlier in the demo, we showed you that our titanium tag costs $60. The MSRP value of this same tag is $55. Click the Edit button and click on Price Calculation Rules. First, I'll remove the condition I previously added and add a formula for this new price calculation. This formula is requesting to multiply the MSRP price by 2, effectively doubling the price. Click the Save and Close button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And click on Product Prices. As you can see, our prices have now been doubled. Specifically, now the titanium tag is $110 because we doubled the MSRP value. What you may also notice is that one of our tags from our collection has been excluded. This is because that product does not have an MSRP value listed. If there is no base price available for the product to use for price calculation rules, it will be excluded from the price list. You can create your own price attributes to use as a base price for calculations to meet your business needs by navigating to Product and Price Attributes. Keep in mind, price attributes must be created in advance before you can use them for price calculation rules. Now we'll demonstrate how to assign our inflated price list to a customer. Navigate to the Customers menu and use the drop-down to select Customers. Use the Quick Action options to edit the customer record for the customer you'd like to have access to this price list. Click on the Price List link. To add our new price list, click plus Add Price List and use the drop-down to select our new price list. You can use the double arrows to drag the price list in the correct priority order. I want our tag sale to be the #1 price list that our customer sees. Keep in mind to check your fallback settings. For example, customers have the option to set the fallback to customer group or current customer only. If set to customer group, your pricing strategy looks for access to higher level price lists at the customer group level and possibly at the system configuration level. To ensure that your new price list gets top priority, set the fallback to this customer only. And when you're finished, click the Save and Close button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now we'll navigate to the storefront with our customer who's been granted access to this price list and locate our titanium tag. Remember, our titanium tag was given the inflated price of $110 by doubling the MSRP. As you can see, our prices are now being displayed for our customer. Thanks for watching. For more video tutorials, please check out our website at www.orocommerce.com/media-library and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with the latest video tutorials and webinars.